everybody, it's Kai. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to a brand new speed build video. And in today's video we are going to be building a Moroccan family home in the world of Oasis Springs, which is the world that came with the base game. And for this build I used a ton of items from the Courtyard Oasis kit. I always forget its name, but yeah, that's the kit that I use for this build, and I use the items from it a lot. And I kind of wanted to do a Moroccan family home ever since the kit came out. It's just I've been so busy doing other stuff. I have also published a video which is the Egyptian Oasis collab, I think, by Erin with a Y, and I hope you guys can check that out because it is my first time using the kits pack for that build, specifically for that collab. And after that I decided to do this Moroccan family home, and I hope you guys will like this build too. If you want to download this build, it's already up in the gallery under my ID, which is simmerkhai, and you can download it and just enable move objects before you place it. But anyways, back to this build. This build consists of, I think, 3 bedrooms in total, and one of the bedrooms, which is the kids' bedroom, is shared. So the number of sims you can fit in this household will be up to maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 to 6 sims, like that. And I just wanted to do a family home for a Moroccan style, and I don't imagine that this house is for an Egyptian family or anything like that. I just imagine that it is quite a modern house, but then the architecture is in the Moroccan style, and I figured that for this household that lives here, they are also, I guess, Moroccan, you can say. So they decided to just furnish their house using Moroccan architecture and stuff like that. And I'm quite happy with how this build turned out because I think it looks nice from the front and back. But in terms of the space inside, it's not so spacious, but it is bearable. And I included kind of this like area which is an open air area from the inside where the dining room is, so it's kind of different from like normal houses. But for the concept of this build, like I said, it's Moroccan but it is not traditional, so I ended up using quite a lot of items that are more towards the modern side of style, such as the glass door from the Idle Living pack. I figured that it would make a nice twist because, like I said, I imagine that the family that lives here is only interested in the architecture of the house and also the style, so it is not so like Egyptian or ancient type of build. But anyways, I used the height for the walls, which is the tallest, and I didn't really like how it turned out, but I decided to use it anyways because I wanted to use the big doors that came with the kit, which is this archway, kind of this diamond shaped, I think, and I decided to use that because I figured that, you know, it's Moroccan, so I should include a lot of Moroccan elements to it. But do let me know what you guys think in the comments, of course, if you like this build or not. And yeah, I think that's basically it for the whole concept. But over here is going to be the kitchen of the build, and as you can see, it is very bright. I didn't have any intention to make it that bright. I think it's because I use the doorways that are like kind of outdoorsy. It's not an enclosed door, so yeah, I guess that's why it is quite bright in here. But for the color scheme of the inside, it is quite colorful because I only use the wallpapers that came with the new kit, which is the plain wallpaper and also some tiles. I also managed to use the tiles that came with the country kitchen kit, which is those brick tile, because I really like the look of that tiles. I decided to use them to make it look like it is quite an old type of theme in terms of the flooring. But over here is going to be the dining room, which is kind of in this semi-outdoor space. And I also used those chairs that came with the City Living pack, which I never used before. I really liked the design of it, and I thought that the design of it looked perfectly for this build, which is quite a lot of like geometrical shapes, I would say. And over here is going to be the living room. The living room is pretty much plain, I guess. But I ended up adding kind of this archway that separates the living room with the dining room, so everything is sectioned off, and I really like that effect that you will see after this. But I decided to include a large plant from the Jungle Adventure pack and just put it in the middle of the coffee table, which came with the new kit, which is the Courtyard Oasis, because I really like the look of it and it looks different. I don't usually do that where I put that big plant like overlapping the table, but I decided to just do it for this one because I wanted to like switch things up a bit for this build. And so there are quite a number of things that I don't really do when it comes to like normal building. I just decided to include them in here. But over here is going to be the hallway that leads to the upper floor, where it is also the library. I ended up including a couple of bookshelves in that specific area, but I didn't record it because I don't know, I guess I forgot. But anyways, we are moving on to the top floor of the build, and as you can see, we are starting off with this peachy wallpaper and I paired the wallpaper with the green color bed from the Island Living pack, which I really like. I really like the curtains that hang from it and it really looks nice in my opinion. I decided to just furnish it like a normal suburban home but I ended up using a lot of items from the new kit, which is the Courtyard Oasis and also the Island Living pack, and I think that those two packs like quite suit each other because of the designs and all. And I think like in Morocco it's quite warm there. I'm not so sure if it's correct or not, but I'm pretty sure it's like very sunny and just vibrant, and so I decided to include some tropical elements as well. So I used the Island Living pack along with the kit because I figured that it would look suitable anyways. But over here is going to be the bedroom. And this bedroom is basically a bedroom for a couple of kids, and I imagine that they are maybe twins and stuff like that, so I decided to just use the same bed for each of them. And over here is going to be the other kids' room, and I think I put in a double bed in here or a single bed. I'm not so sure which one, but yeah, I think, yeah, in my head I was picturing it for a room for another kid. So there are a total of 3 kids for this household. I haven't uploaded the Sims because I never do that. I just pictured that the family that lives here is like that, and they all have the same wallpaper because I thought that it would be easier that way, and I didn't really think of the personality that I wanted to go for each of the kids, so I just randomly put stuff in here because I thought it would be easier that way. But I also imagined that this kid that has that room just now is into music, so I decided to just add in an activities thing, which is the guitar, and also some posters just to fill things up a bit. And the top floor also has an area which leads to the balcony, and the balcony is where I will be putting a chess table if I'm not mistaken, and also an art easel and also a woodworking table. But my favorite part of this house would have to be the backyard because it really looks relaxing in my opinion. I ended up adding a pool in the backyard because I really like the vibe that is like that, you know, like you have a warm environment and then you have that pool that is just like refreshing to look at and your Sims can just swim about. But I decided to use these things that came with the base game, which I'm not so sure what it is for. I think it's for the roofing. I decided to just put it on the ground because I wanted to like suit the backyard with the aesthetics, which is Moroccan, and I also think that the Moroccan is kind of also inspired by Mediterranean. Maybe they are the same thing, I'm not too sure, or maybe they are from the same region. If you do know, please let me know, that would totally help. But anyways, this is going to be the last part of the video, which is the back part. The back part is pretty simple. As you can see, I just added in a tent that came with the Island Living pack with a couple of lounge chairs under it, and also a pool, and also that thing over there which your Sims can jump off from. I'm not so sure what it is. I think it is a diving board or something like that. And I also just put this couch over here just to like make it nicer, and I really like the look of it. But anyways, we are approaching the end of the video soon, so I really hope you guys will like this build. If you do like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and comment if you want to, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!